All right. Test, test,
Test.
test, test.
Might be coming, but one person that is going from his industry is Peter King from Sports Illustrated here, guys. So 44 years working for Sports Illustrated, covering the NFL. Of course, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it's 44 years at Sports Illustrated. Sorry, but it's 44 years of him covering the NFL. A lot of that time is with Sports Illustrated. If you've seen any of this in the news lately, Sports Illustrated, the magazine's been going through a lot of turmoil where it was bought by another company, several layoffs, and they're trying to find a way to salvage the brand and try to keep something going. But it's certainly a shell of itself right now.
The brand of ESPN or the magazine?
The magazine, Sports Illustrated. Sorry, not ESPN, the magazine, Sports Illustrated.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Peter King worked for that magazine for many years covering the NFL. And again, so I don't know that I don't know that the actual magazine's in print anymore, but the current owners are trying to find a way to market the brand and try to keep something going more digitally than anything right now. So I remember reading Peter King from back in the day. And I grew up with Sports Illustrated in the house. My dad had a subscription for many, many years, and then I had one all through high school. It was a weekly magazine, if I recall correctly, for years. You got a weekly magazine mailed to you, and it was well written. It was well, covered. The photographs were amazing. If you go back and look at some of just the cover photos alone for Sports Illustrated over the years, some iconic sports figures of all time graced its cover. So it really was a big deal for so long until the digital age is killing print in many respects. But so go ahead. You going to say something, Dean?
No, finish up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, so this is going to give you to our Ask an Idiot question of the week here, guys. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on Peter King in general, but it's more of just the sports magazines. Did you grow up with sports magazines? What were some that you enjoyed? Is that entire medium just dead? Where do you see? Is it just? I don't know. I don't see it resurrecting. Is it ever going to be as popular with the way the world is now with digital apps and highlights and clips and all this and that and the other? So, Dean, why don't we start with you, sir? Any thoughts on any of this?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to cover there. I was always a fan of his. I didn't read a whole lot of the Sports Illustrated growing up, but I loved like his novels that he did, like The Stand. He did Pet Cemetery, which was super good.
I think that was Stephen King, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is Peter King. Yeah.
Peter.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Peter King was an icon. Just terrific. So yeah. No, I didn't honestly. Yeah, I think we got. I did a lot of my like Sports Illustrated and all that, and like I know they hadn't always the magazines in like the library at school. Like we didn't get it at home. My dad just ordered Playboy and Hustler, so we didn't get a lot of sports magazines.
I think Dad could read it and roll up and hit you unruly kids with afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you think I came as a child?
Getting beat over the head with a penthouse ain't such a bad day.
No. You get titties across your ass, see how you feel. No, I didn't do the magazines at home, but I did read them like out if you were at the library or the doctor's office. One thing that I'm actually kind of surprised at, that all these years that Sports Illustrated never like tried to get into like the video, like TV. You know what I mean? Like you have ESPN and so many different mediums switched over to like television stuff, and they never did, which is kind of weird. Like you don't even see like a big online presence.
Yeah, they kind of stopped at print. They had a bunch of they branched out a lot in basically more versions of print. Like they, obviously the swimsuit SI things were really big.
Right. And they put it online. You could find
kids,
them online.
Yeah.
But Sports Illustrated for kids.
I was going to say, I had those all grown up, Sports Illustrated for kids. They had little collectible cards in them. There would be a page of 9 different cards for different athletes from different sports, each month and stuff, and cool little interview pieces and stuff like that. So, I mean, they did have other forms of that, but yeah, it stops at print. Like you said, they never really transitioned into a more digital space or even, something on TV.
I just found that weird.
Yeah.
Well, they got in trouble recently too they were caught creating articles with AI. So they had fictional reporters. This is true. And they had AI writing some articles, and they were putting them out there under the Sports Illustrated brand name, and that was part of their recent troubles.
Well, one of the guys that wrote that article. I think his name was Human Humerson, if I'm not correct.
Right. Yeah, check it out. Yep. Well, so you grew up with some of these as a kid. Is it ever, is it ever going to be the same as far as, is it just well past that with the digital age?
I think it's too late to evolve for them.
Yeah.
You needed to do something like fucking 20 years ago.
Right.
Unfortunately, the boat's gone. The boat's out of the dock. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much hope for it.
Yeah, print version is I wouldn't even say a sinking ship. It's a sunk ship. There's really no.
Yeah,
there's a few clingers on, but that's about it. You
can get your daily, you can get your Beacon Journal. You can get your New York Times.
There will specifically.
Always be. Yeah,
it's impossible. Like you said, Brian,
Correct.
There's so many clips and things on Twitter all the time, the live follow, and even at that, there's a lot of great editorials out there and things online that are giving in-depth, post-game coverage and stuff like that. They're out literally 20 minutes after a game's over. And it's right there. You don't have to why am I going to wait for a weekly or a bi-weekly magazine to come to my house and
that's right.
Give me, half of the information's outdated or, is on the way of being outdated already. It's just kind of, it doesn't fit the space, the way that information travels so fast now. And especially with sports, like I said, it's all out there. And when it comes to sports that I'm interested in stuff, I'm consuming that stuff as soon as I can get it. So by the time I'm getting a magazine or something in the mail, it's probably most things I've already read about. There's The Athletic is a purely online thing that started, and they've really grown in the short time they've been around. They've got a very, very minor paywall, but it costs hardly anything to subscribe to The Athletic. They've got great, notable columnists in there and people writing on covering every different sport, every different market. It's just, that's the kind of thing that's going to continue to thrive now, not the Sports Illustrated magazine. Or Sports Illustrated is enough of brand. Hey, put out your annual swimsuit edition. Continue to do that stuff. I'm sure somebody, people that appreciate collecting those or whatever, will still do just fine.
Even in that, Nick, you don't have what it used to be. The Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, easy for me to say, was a big deal in the fucking 80s when you didn't have any sort of that at your fucking fingertips.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could see any sort of swimsuit, painted or not painted. You could just type in any actress and put the word fucking nude after it, and you're going to get to see.
Yeah.
Everything is, like you said, is at your fingertips, and even that issue doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Name either of you two. Name me the last 2 people that were on the cover of the swimsuit issue.
I think Martha Stewart was one on a recent cover.
Jesus, are you serious?
Yes, I am serious.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Good for
I
her.
think last year.
Nice.
how'd that look?
Good.
Yeah?
Just a pretty woman. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. But you're right. It's just in some respects the whole thing, it's just dumbed us down in many respects. I remember again as a kid, you could read the sports page, you get the scores and all that, but then the Sports Illustrated, you got to see the beautiful the pictures and the article, and it made you want to get in and read about something in more in depth. You really got to learn about the players and the coaches and the plays more. And now it's like, it's just the highlights, move on, betting. It's all that stuff right now. So it's really
Everything it had in that magazine, you like Nick said, you can get now, Brian.
I know.
You can have everything at your fingertips.
I know.
Like, why do I want to wait?
That's part of the problem, part of the dumbing down of society.
Is it a problem, though?
I don't know.
Explain to me why that's a problem, though.
I don't think it retains you as much as a fan as much in some respects. At least not for me. I don't know. It's just different. I don't know. Just again,
I mean, I could argue that you could be more of a fan because you have that passion that you have at that moment. You don't have to wait for next Tuesday for that article to come out. Your passion that you want the fandom in right now, you can get it right now. So you can feed that fandom.
No, you're right. There's something to that too. And again, part of that too is just I was just a younger kid at the time. It was just different. It's so hard to even compare. What I've been eating up everything Boston Celtics and Dallas Cowboys online as a kid. If I grew probably. Yeah. I wouldn't even care or think about it.
And think of the aspect now to not only that, but like the editorial, but like the players with their online presences and the videos that they're. I mean, you feel, I mean, more and more every day that you know something. You know what I mean? Like I see new content I see a new clip of Austin Matthews doing something every fucking day of my life, every single day. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. Young Brian could have had Larry Bird, his random thought at any point of the day. You could have had that at your fingertips.
As a kid, you're right. In that respect, I probably would have loved it. Yeah. So I'll just say that again, it was something exciting back then. Yeah. I remember as a kid, I had Sports Illustrated pictures. I'd clip them out of the magazine. I had them hanging all over my wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was always looking at all the. It's just it's just different. It's a different time.
You were looking at what?
My favorite players. My favorite players all over my bedroom wall at the time. It just was. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That's it. All
Wake up in the morning, look at that glorious mustache of Larry Bird, and go.
That's right. That is true.
That is true.
I had a Larry Bird.
It's gonna be me one day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, we did, Nick. We did happen to receive a beautiful picture in our group chat earlier this week.
Yes, we did.
Of a real man. Yeah.
Yeah. The very mulleted Gen X Brian from 1987 senior picture. Absolutely. Who did enjoy Sports Illustrated back then. But again,
he sure did.
Different world. It's hard to say which is better, really, I guess. But I will say
the one when Brian had that mustache, it's safe to say, was
always better.
That's right.
Always better.
Well, Peter King, we did enjoy your writing at Sports Illustrated, so thank you for many good memories and wish you well in your future endeavors, sir. Gen X Brian here. It's Neil Dean, Millennial Nick. If you like our stuff, give us a like and subscribe, and we may just send you a Polaroid of Millennial Nick's feet.